Sweet Tooth strikes again. First, we're going to start with our medium-sized mixing bowl and 8 ounces of cream cheese that we have let come to room temperature. Y'all know it's always easy to work with warm cheese, butter, etc. We're going to use our hand mixer on it to get it whipped. Beautiful. Once we got a little something to work with here, I'm going to add just a little bit of red berry jelly. Now, this is raspberry, but you can use whatever it is you want in here. You can use strawberry, you can use orange marmalade, whatever makes you happy. We're going to put about 3/4 cup in there and get after it again with our mixer. Beautiful. Now, see, that's the texture you want. It's a little bit creamy, it's a little bit chunky. It's absolutely perfect. All you're going to need is 1 can of these crescent rolls.
Really?
Go ahead and open them up and unroll them here on your baking sheet. I love using this silicone liner. It makes things so much easier, and cleanup is a dream. Unroll this just as easily as you can. Now, you can either separate it into 2 pieces or you can leave it as one long sheet. I like using the 2 pieces. I think it's just a little bit easier, and that perforation's already 3/4 of the way through. So we're going to go ahead and make that 2 large squares, which is 4 crescents each whenever you're looking at the perforations here. Perfect. You're going to get those nice and flat. Make sure you keep those just as evenly placed as you can. Next, we're going to dip that wonderful cheese and jam mixture right there in the middle, and we're going to make sure we got plenty to go around, okay? So we've got some for the top one, some for the bottom one, and all we're going to do is use that exact same spoon to just kind of spread it around. Get a real good, even coating on it. I love these things. They are so simple. It just takes a few ingredients. So far, all we got is 3. We've got our crescent rolls. We've already got rolled out. We've got a block of cream cheese and just a little bit of your favorite jam or jelly. Perfect. Now, once we've got all that done, you're going to spread it, just like we would if we're going to be using one of our baking pans. Make sure it goes to the corners and to the sides, getting as good a coverage as we possibly can, okay? Now, this should be pretty easy, because I'm telling you, all you got right here is cream cheese and jelly, and that will come across whether you're working with cold or with warm. It's absolutely perfect. So, once we get that all covered and cleared, what we're going to do is do just a little bit of reorienting here, because it's easier to roll whenever I got them just exactly the way I want them. So what you're going to do is be real careful and get a real tight roll on one of these, okay? Now, that's going to be a little bit difficult because, number 1, your dough is just a little bit fragile. Number 2, you've got it full of this sort of like semi-liquid stuffing. So just gently and very carefully roll that up, okay? Now, if you need to, you can take the other end of it and roll it up to meat. It's just however it works easiest for you. Now, once you finish rolling that up, what you want to do is turn it another 1/4 turn so that you've got that seam on the bottom of the roll. See what it did there? Perfect. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to this other one. We're going to get that first tight little roll over, and then you're just going to continue to roll it like you would your favorite carpet before you take it outside to beat it. Just right. Go ahead and roll it up ever so gently. You see how those perforations can come apart so easy? You got to be so attentive for that, okay? Then once you get it rolled over, pull it apart just a little bit so that that seam is on the very bottom. Now, we've preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and 22 minutes later, we're going to have these 2 gorgeous bits right here. I wish you'd look at that. And they're already busted up into servings for us. You see how those perforations just came open just a little bit while baking? Perfect. You can tear along those. They are so tender and easy. And now you've got these 4 beautiful servings, 8 altogether whenever you count the other sheet, and we're ready to eat. Yes, please.